DMPCS, Direct Marketing Production Control System. We'll go to the scheduler. And clear off the menu. This is the scheduler dashboard where all detailed status for open jobs can be viewed. DMPCS is a cloud application. Your data is available 24/7 worldwide over your computer, tablet, or smartphone. The dashboard is a grid of open jobs. Each row in the grid is a job. There are 35 steps which are table defined one time when the application is installed. So each row is a job. This is job 9214. And these are steps 1 through 35. To check a step is complete, check on the box, and by hovering over the box you can see what definition that step is. This one was counts received. Select the Submit button. The steps are color-coded, allowing immediate determination of any job status. These steps define your business cycle from estimating to job creation, purchasing, production, billing, and job completion. The color blue is an open to-do step. The color green is a completed step. The color red is a step that is late. Orange is a step that is due today, and yellow is a step that is due tomorrow. There is no limit to the number of open jobs displayed on the dashboard. We display 7 at a time, but of course you could have it scroll at 100 at a time. The dashboard can be paged through quickly and determine any situation that requires attention. In this example, live insertions for the application were due on this date. To determine what that date is, we know that is step 22. You can look at the detailed steps, and step 22 is live insertion, and there is the date. To view job details, the buttons above the dashboard are selected. The Edit button displays each step of the 35 steps, showing the production step, the date due, and the status. To make changes, if you wanted to add a due date for art released as an example, pick up the date picker, and when complete, just select Submit. The CAM job. The CAM job is the change action memo. If there is an exception to the job that needs to be noted, the memos are viewed here. Authorized personnel can view and stay current on all job exceptions. In this example, we have the timestamp memo, this date, this time, this person posted. Client will be late on sending postage. They are aware of mailing delay. The internal button displays the process status for the selected job. This can be printed as a PDF report. The CAM update. This is where you add new memos to the change action memo for the selected job. Let's see the This is how we keep everyone up to date. Now if we view CAM job, we can see the memo was just posted. The detail button. The detail button displays the component details for each selected job. This displays all components, and the component art can be viewed. You can see the front and the back. You can expand, see any particulars about the artwork. Vendor. The vendor button displays all the vendors for the selected components. Here are our components. Here are the vendors. It appears that we're only using one vendor in this example, and it shows the due date for each component. And if you click on the purchase order number, you can view the purchase order. The CAM project is like the CAM job. This is the difference. If you have multiple lots in a job, it is a project. Example, you might have job 9214A, B, C, and D. Each job is a different lot, but they are all one project, project 9214. So if you would be able to display by each individual job number, A, B, C, D, from the CAM project. Approvals. Approvals are postings for all job materials. This displays detailed approval for each component of the selected job. This is optional, but as each step is complete, it is checked off, and the goal would be that everything is green and checked off. Also, to the right you have received. From this screen you can determine whether that component has been received and is in-house from the vendor. The work order status. This is the status of the work orders for the selected job. In this example, we have 3 open work orders for this selected job, which I selected job 9212. The work order number, the equipment. This is the Helm press, and this is the folder. It shows the estimated duration. Also, if you drill down, let's drill down on work order 1117, it'll display the time logged on and logged off that work order. We can see that employee 100 has spent a little over an hour on this work order so far. If he had logged or someone had logged back on, you would see a record below this with just the start time. And that way you would know that that work order is active on the floor right now. You can also go to the schedule for this particular work order, and it will display the schedule. Gives you a little bit more detail. It shows the date due, and if this were run in sequence, the start and stop time with the calculated duration of the way that this is set up for 4 hours. You can also look at the calendar. You can look at the calendar this will display the work center calendar, so we will just see the Helm press, or you could display the job calendar, which would show all the work orders for this open job on a calendar. Let's go to Work Center. This is showing the work center for the Halm press. This is the monthly schedule. The yellow is the highlighted day. If we go to the work week, we can see the scheduled component. It's scheduled for 6 o'clock in the morning till 9:30 in the morning. This one we are looking at now. To reschedule, if you wanted to schedule it later, just drop it down to another day. Just move it over. We'll put it back to where it was. And to go, this is this week. Next week would be, there's the actual one for the work order that we are looking at. That is work order 117, the number 9, quantity 100,000. Let's look at the job calendar. So what it will do, we're looking at job 9212, so this will display all the open work orders for that job number. And I believe they are next month. So here is those 3 work orders scheduled for this job 9212. We have the 8.5 by 14 letter reply, quantity 100,000. That will be on the Heidelberg large folder. This is the work order we were looking at earlier, the BRE, number 117 for the press Halm. And this is for the number 10 carrier. And we have a little slack here. We could reschedule that where it just comes in right after the BRE is completed. So in review, the dashboard shows all open jobs, 35 steps for each job. You can immediately see if something is late or due the next day. You can search and find any job by job number, production manager, account manager, or client. You can edit this. These 35 steps, dates, times from the edit button. You can view the change action memo. You can print the internal report. You can update the change action memo. You can view all the detailed components for the selected job. You can view all the vendors that are on the job. You can keep track of all job material components and be sure that each component goes through its proper approval cycle. And you can display the work order status and adjust the schedule from the calendar. This completes the introduction to DMPCS, Direct Marketing Production Control System, and its scheduled dashboard. All your data available to authorized personnel worldwide 24/7 on their computer, tablet, or smartphone.